Yo, what's cracking? We back at it. It's your guy, Mr. Chocolate, man. We in here. It's Wednesday, 9 o'clock. The Experience. Hey, I got the big homie Black Pearl. What's going on with you?
Hey, everyone.
All right. We got Tricker Bell. What's going on?
Uh-oh. Can she hear you? She can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
There she go. I was like, she can't hear you.
I couldn't hear. Yeah, I got you.
I like the hair. Sister friend.
Red hair, don't
Yes, now, Coach Tay, what's going on?
Hey, y'all. Hey, what's going on? Happy hump day.
All right. And the big homie Willis was good with your boy.
What's going on?
All right. So, man, a lot of stuff going on, man. You know, a lot of stuff going on. So first off, if you don't know, if you don't celebrate, it is Black History Month. Although, you know, I'm a Black History Year person, but yeah, I will celebrate the month. I'm not one of those people. All right. And so how y'all feeling about Black History Month?
I don't know what Black History Month is. We are history. Everything about us, all day, every day, twice on Sundays.
Okay. All year. All right. Well, what everybody else think about Black History Month? Y'all rock with it, or y'all over it?
I think the way we grew up, meaning like I believe we all are cut from similar cloths. Like Black history was just something that was just ingrained in how we grew up. So when it gets to February, it just been there, done that type of situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way, but it's almost like we're just going to highlight what we already know, we already do on a day-to-day basis anyway.
Yeah.
Or more so for other people. To me, it's like we celebrate all year, of course, but that's the time where everybody else gets to highlight us or see us shine, or, you know, where we talk about or we sort of put in the forefront or bring to the forefront the successes of our ancestors and, you know, the things that we're doing to continue that legacy. So I think that's it's important for us to push it during that time, but at the same time, we're doing that every day through our lives.
Well, I agree and I disagree. The reason why I disagree, I feel like Black History Month puts us in a box because we see the same Black people, they celebrate in the same supposedly acceptable Black people. We have done things way beyond Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and Rosa Parks, and but we don't talk about that. We don't
that's
talk
on
about
us then. That's what we supposed to
And
do.
that's what I was thinking
So
too.
that's what I said. It's like for example, I went to a store. I was about to say the store, and I know I shouldn't. I went to a store, and they have like a whole Black History section, and they got the cartoon version of Rosa Parks.
Oh, now that part.
What?
That's the extra.
Commercializing that part.
It's the commercialized, celebration.
Now, the pandering, I'm not with. I don't like the pandering. Now I'm talking about us within us. I think it should be like we celebrate all year, and maybe like February is like the like the New Year's of it. Like, hey, what we going to crack off this year outside of the normal stuff?
Not being
disrespectful. Mind if I give a quick story real quick?
Go ahead.
Real quick story. So one of my previous careers, I was a school teacher for 6.5 years. So I was a CTE, technology education teacher. And Black History Month, I use that as an opportunity. It was middle schoolers to expand their horizons, basically. So you brought up a good point where I made them do a Black History Month project of famous or well-known Black people in STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. But what I did, I purposely told them, I don't want to hear about George Washington Carver. I don't want to hear about Martin Luther King. I purposely said, these people are off limits.
Mm-hmm.
So they will purposely have to go out and find, learn and find out about other people. And truth be told, I could care less if they actually the quality of it. I just wanted them to be exposed to it, if nothing else. And would you believe I got? Can we cuss on here?
Yeah.
I got so much shit for that project.
Wow.
Mhm.
I really got called to my principal's office.
Oh.
Like it had a parent who just so happened to be in charge of it was like an academy program or something at the high school that was across the street because his daughter was in my class, and they tried to code it where I don't know why he's doing a Black History Month project. It's a technology class. What does that have to do with technology? Like, I lied to you not. That was one of the moments that said, yeah, I'm about to get out this classroom. That was one of the major moments. It wasn't the fact that the parent did that. It was the fact that the principal even addressed that.
Right.
Pull me in the office and address it. If you'd have been like, hey, I'm gonna let you know right now, you got parents saying this and that. Do what you do. I don't care, but just make you aware of it. And I kept it moving. I'd have been cool. But he addressed it, make it look like I was wrong.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's when at that point I was like,
I feel you because I work at a school. That's what I do. I work at a school, and a few years back, and this was crazy to me. I wore a shirt, a Dark and Lovely shirt. You know the shampoo, Lovely shampoo. And so I'm on the car ride line. I'm like waving cars, got my Dark and Lovely shirt on, and like later in the day, it was like, Mr. Knox, come to the principal's office, and I'm like, okay, cool, come down there, and he was like, yeah. Some parents were complaining about your shirt. It says Dark and Lovely. I was like,
wow.
Dark and like what are they mad about? The dark part or the lovely part? I was like what's going on here? It's like they're like, yeah, what they complaining?
They thought it was a Pornhub category.
I'm like, so we're gonna address it. You really addressing that? All right, okay, all right.
So that's the thing. Like, are you serious right now?
So your mind is in the gutter, so we all in the gutter with you.
So
that's what they're.
Yeah. So I guess I don't know. I was like, I had to explain. I was like, it's literally shampoo. Like you can go to Walmart.
It's a perm. It's a lot of stuff.
It's a hair product, and yeah. Well, I was like.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't really know what's going on here, and so people used to get me about my shirts because I wear like HBCU stuff. One day I wore a shirt with X on it, like the old school X.
Yeah,
and they were like, come to the office. I was like, wow, where am I?
So why do you think that is? I mean, it kind of lines up with our topic a little bit. So why do you think that is?
It I don't know. It makes people uncomfortable, man. People.
But what is it that will make you uncomfortable? I don't even like. We're uncomfortable with what? Because you don't understand it.
Absolutely.
So my question is,
I would have gave you an explanation.
Yeah.
So when I think about like being in Greek, right? First thing since like last month, I've been getting like correspondence from schools saying, hey, can your step team come out and perform at the school for Black History Month? But it's always the Black schools, predominantly Black schools. So what exactly is being taught? Like, I know with the white kids, they say, well, parents are like, Black History Month, what about white history? You know what I'm saying? But like, is it actually?
You got 11 other months for that.
Yeah. Because I've got like 2-3 schools like right now, like, can you guys come out next month to celebrate Black History Month? And I'm looking at.
But you're saying just the Black schools are asking.
They're predominantly Black schools.
Well, I feel that a lot of times we don't get that pull from white schools because we're just made for entertainment, not to educate and advance any knowledge about how powerful we actually are. And also that would bring too much unification. And we already know that we live in a country where our struggle is profitable. So why would that change? Especially when, again, going with our topic, we don't come together.
Right.
Why should they give us any leverage for us to come together? So that's just me. And then also, and I'm sure you're doing a great thing, but most people, when they call a step team or whatever to come in to do things like that, you're not educating where the foundation of step came from to begin with. We just entertaining, and step is so much deeper than just entertaining.
Yeah, we try to incorporate something, with step, and even try to educate, because we have powerful Black women. Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
I was waiting.
But we do have a lot. Yeah, that's my sorority time. But we do have a lot of powerful Black women in our school. Yeah. And that is something that many don't know about. Like, even though we have Kamala VP in the office, her back end people are Delta. I mean, I'm just saying because I can speak for my sorority, but we are a powerful, educated, organization.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying that's
what they don't know. So they just see when they step in their sorority, they can come out and think
they think we shucking and jiving. I'm just being real with you.
They only want to legally tolerate us. They don't want to appreciate, or even they don't want to be educated. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
But they
just want to legally tolerate us.
But is the problem them, or is the problem us? We don't fight.
It's both. It's both. Meaning, when I say that, that's not pandering or anything. They're saying it's our fault in the sense that like you said, we don't stick together enough, and we don't advocate. When I say we, I mean holistically, we don't. Individually, we may, but as a whole, we don't. We don't advocate, and we're not consistent enough with it. It'll be like we'll be gung-ho about an issue. Once something like gun violence happens, then it's let's march. 6 months later, we don't forgot about it, or you don't hear anything about it. But then I say them because, like I said, they only want to. They don't really care, but legally they have to at least tolerate us. You get what I mean?
But we're our own competition. Like, we don't even like to see our own people ahead. I'm learning myself, even from having friends that I thought were friends. When I'm down, they are my cheerleaders. When I'm up, they're gone. Something happened, we ain't friends no more. We got so much animosity between ourselves for no reason.
Actually, there is a reason. If you notice that in our Black community, they are constantly creating labels for us, which is constantly creating the need to compete for those labels. So Black people have labels that no other culture has, right? So anyone else is just Hispanic. But if you have Black and now you're Afro-Hispanic or Afro-Latino, right? You have light-skinned Black people, dark-skinned. It's just like, why can't we just be Black? You don't have freckle white person and red. You just white. You're just Spanish.
Now, white people do say gingers don't have souls.
The point that I'm making is that you continue to give labels that continue to put you in categories that continue to make you want to compete against one another. So plain and simple, not trying to do historical, it's just like back when we were slaves. What was the difference between a house slave and a field slave? Nothing. We were both suffering, but we were in competition. It's the same thing. Being fair skinned, being dark skinned, having good hair, having bad hair, but it's the same thing. Yeah. Constantly labels are created, and when we conquer those labels, new labels are made for us, so that we can be competitive. The question tonight is the Black community still a community? It was never instilled in us to be a community. When we were taken from our villages, community wasn't given to us. So my thing today is we're entertained by the things that actually tear us apart. That's where I'm at with that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I hear that. But what made me think about the reason for these organizations that we founded so many years ago, no matter what letters represent them, that's what it was for. It's for the sense of community, building the community up, helping the community, lifting each other up. And I think that happens, but it doesn't happen in such an organized way anymore. Like Willis was saying, like it's individualized more so. You don't see it on a holistic scale, not so much, unless it's a large organization or something like that that has a name that people can recognize. But in our communities, what's being done? What are we doing? I mean, I'm just posing the question.
Yeah, but are you guys unified within the letters? I mean, that's what you said, right? Are you unified within that? But are y'all unified amongst the others, or are y'all competing? We're better than you. You're better than us. Woo woo. Like I'm just asking. I'm asking.
No, collegiate wise, that's the competition thing exists, but in real life, no, it's not a real thing. Nobody's competing against each other. We were all founded for the same reason, pretty much, just on and pretty much on the same principles. We just have different colors, have different calls, and do different, you know what I mean? Like it's really
the same core purpose.
It's the same to build the community up, in a positive way, to lead them to guide. As you can see, a lot of the successful people that we know are happen to be members. So it's not about one organization doing better than the other. It's the fact that they exist, period, so that we can create better ways to lift each other up holistically as a Black community.
Yeah.
So what stops us? And I don't know if you, those who are watching or you, I posted a thing about asking what stops us from supporting Black businesses. I think that's what I said.
Money and trust.
Crazy to me.
Yeah, I was going to say trust. Well, that's personal experience.
Money and trust.
That's just conditioning, like the white ice is colder mentality that some people have. Is like.
So I think I put, why does supporting Black businesses seem so challenging? That's something that, and
it's not for me. I love doing it.
You're one person out of a million. So I say that because I constantly, and I mean that, see on my timeline about small Black businesses or just Black businesses that do not get support. But I also hear constantly complaining about you can't do nothing with Black people. Blah, 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 so, but we do get bamboozled by white businesses.
Well, I know down here in Charlotte, like there are lots of like Black businesses that get like plenty of love. It's just nobody advertise that, hey, they get love. They advertise, you hear about people not supporting Black businesses, but there's a lot of Black people who support Black businesses. Like I'm one of many. When I go to a lot of Black businesses and support, I see other people there. I think overall the idea is like we get, like I think a lot of times we have like a lot of these hypes about ourselves. Like Black people are our worst own critics. If you listen to Black people talk about Black people, it's worse than what any racist white person could say about us. And sometimes it's like a little bit of hype because there are a lot of good Black businesses. There's some bad ones. And there's some bad white businesses. Nobody doesn't stop shopping at McDonald's because the ice cream machine never works. And they don't go, oh, stupid white business. I can't support these white conglomerates anymore because look at the ice cream machine always broke. Right. No, nobody says, all this chemicals in the food. I'm not going to support this white conglomerate anymore. No, nobody thinks that way. Oh, but if it's Black, see, that's why we can't shop with Black people. Oh, can't do it.
We got the on Facebook locally, we have a Triangle RDU Black business page. And they have different trades on there. I use it. I've had success stories from it. But then on the flip side, there are certain things, no offense, that I cannot deal with our people. Example, my oven went out right before Christmas. I paid a guy a trip charge. He came out twice. He didn't know what he was doing. It's a gas range. And he kept telling me, I have to go on YouTube. And he's showing me all of these different things. And I'm like, the second time when he came out, it was because I had to threaten him. And then he came out and like, oh, well, let me show you in your oven. No, we've done that the first time. If you didn't know how to do it, just say so. At this point, you're taking my money just from a trip charge, and then you're building your business because you're out here on this page. People are supporting you. Hey, blah, blah, blah company, support your people. And then you got people that a whole month went by, and finally he said, I can only give you half of your trip charge back. He said, because I came out twice. But the second time, like I said, it was because I threatened him. So that's why it's hard sometimes to support our own people.
But so what I normally say to that is, so I believe in holding people accountable. Like I'm not going to give you slack because you black. And so like if you're a shitty service, I'm going to call it out. I'm going to say, they suck. They're terrible. They are. I don't put it all on the next black person. That ain't fair to me. Like they had nothing to do with it.
It's
the
not.
The next black business might be good.
Yeah, but it's hard when you're already paying money and nothing has done. Nothing has been done. I could have waited to contact Whirlpool, paid a little extra for my trip charge and gotten it fixed, whether the technician was black or white. But I'm trying to support my person, my cousin, because he said I can do this. And he's talking about YouTube and moving my oven back and forth. And I'm looking like, wow.
Wouldn't we, isn't that allowing ourselves to fall into some of the things, other challenges we experience as black people? Like how if one person shoots something, now everybody violent in that area. Like we're doing the same thing versus acknowledging we're disappointed because maybe our expectations were higher for our black brother or sister. I just think that just to echo what Tyrone said, we are so hard on ourselves that instead of just being disappointed, we are like, now we're just like, the race is such a disappointment,
Everything, like we wear everything that, somebody does something bad. I'm ashamed to be black because of this person.
Because don't get me wrong, white people got their problems too. Hispanic people got their problems too. But they're gonna over here and come back and go, we're the greatest, right? It's our face.
They know how to talk it out. Like this guy went like 3 days with no communication. I'm texting him. I paid you money. So now to me, you're hiding. You're lying.
And I agree. Everything you said makes sense. I'd be pissed too. But it's like a relationship,
Don't punish your next black technician. He might be good.
He might be better.
I no offense, and I love my people. It's just certain things I'm just gonna be cautious about. I mean, it is what it is.
I got you. I get that too.
I believe in that. Be cautious. Do your due diligence, because. Hey, I've gotten ripped off by all kinds of people. Everybody rips people
and
off.
that's what I was gonna say. I've been in situations where people try to bamboozle me and use Jesus to bamboozle me too. So
to justify it.
Like, well, maybe this is just you making a sacrifice to bless something. No, bruh, listen.
Is that the cousin or is that the what I'm saying? Like.
So no, it wasn't a cousin, it was just a white person. I just think that just like a relationship, they say, a relationship should just be between the two people. I feel like in our culture, if there's an issue, we should address the culture, but not put each other on Front Street, right? To talk shit about each other. Like we get enough of that from everybody else. Like it's supposed to be us against the world, but it's like us against the world and us against us. And it's like discouraging sometimes, because how can we get mad at another culture speaking down on us when we speak down on ourselves? That's why I don't think we're a community. I don't think we are. I think that we fall for the labels that make us always feel like we have to compete with one another. It is what it is. That's what makes supporting black business bad. This one business, right, that did you dirty, Diva, could make you go, I ain't fucking with black people no more. I'm good. It's one business. So
like I said, I haven't paid him money. So that was my thing. It was like I get what you're saying, but I paid you to do something. And you're hiding, you're not answering my calls. You're not responding to my
You
text.
shady, and you probably know who you are. You probably watching. I'm with you. You know what I mean?
And then I'm like, I went to this page first before I even call a named, company to come out, because I'm like, help your people out. You know what I'm saying? That's my problem.
So Dee, let me ask you. If they were white, would you not want to work with any white technicians anymore?
I just go straight to the name brand. I'm sorry. And I already know at least something will be done. Like I said, I'm going to, how you have these businesses, support small businesses.
Okay, so your issue is more with it being a small business than the person being black.
Yeah. Is that what it is? Or is it because it's a black? Or do we blindly trust people because we go, well, they black, so let me support them, versus applying wisdom regardless of what your color?
Ooh, I wouldn't advise that one. I wouldn't advise that.
Yeah, I mean, I just think you want to, you want to support your people. So, all right, I'm gonna give them a chance, especially if it's like somebody blood related. I mean, at least in my, it was kind of, my situation was similar to Diva's, where I was pretty much disgusted with the work. I was disgusted that I had paid him that much money. It wasn't my uncle; it was a homeboy's uncle, so that was even worse. So again, I want to put the money back into us, Black people, our community. So I'm choosing to go with, okay, well, word of mouth, right? Because that's usually the biggest when it comes to a small business. That's how you're gonna pop off the business from your customer base. So I trusted that, but it's okay. Like that's an L for me, but that doesn't deter me from supporting other Black businesses or putting money back into our community, because if we don't do it intentionally, then I mean, no one will. Like, we've got to build ourselves up from within. So,
but are enough people doing that, Tay? Do you feel as a community enough of us are supporting each other, and not just in business, but in general? Do you feel that?
I don't know how y'all, like, the people I'm surrounded by. Yes, in business and life, we support each other. I'm surrounded by a lot of Black people and a lot of successful Black business owners, and they are thriving. So yes, we put. I just don't think it's shown, or it might not be talked about as much. But we are building each other up, just not enough, I don't think. And I feel like everybody can do a little bit more.
I think that's true too, and to the point that I often make and see is that I think a lot of people make a lot of money and get a lot of clout off of portraying us as like always struggling and doing bad. Like there's an agenda there. Like they want you to feel like there's no hope and we're just the worst. But when I look around, I see a lot of successful Black people, like my circle too. I see people doing well, people thriving. And so I have to step back and look and go, wait a minute, is this the real narrative? Because you'll see Black men being hunted, story at 11. Or you'll see, the Black men, they're just deadbeat dads. And then you look and see the stat that Black men are the most involved fathers out of all.
Yes, I read that too.
And then you see where, like Black women are some of the most educated and doing that. So you got to kind of look and go like, wait a minute, hold on. What the hell is the truth here?
I think also everyone's experience is different, which Tay so kindly pointed out. So I'm obviously not originally from the South. I live in the South now, but I think one of the things I'm most proudest of is the high school that I went to. All those people that graduated together are still so super supportive of one another. And we live in a whole, we're all over, but when I say supportive, there's some of us that still get together for holidays. If someone comes on Facebook and they're like, look, I got a business, we all jump on top of it. We're liking the page. We're trying to involve ourselves. Someone becomes a travel agent. You're my travel agent now. I just don't. But my experience down here in the South has not been the same. I see a lot of competitive, not to say I haven't met wonderful people. I mean, I met all of you. It's just not this. It doesn't seem so thick and thin.
Wait a damn minute.
Why is it so hard for our people they have a business, right? Why we can't help each other out? Why we can't, I bring Black on the Royal, like, y'all got this business opportunity. Let me talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even bring our own people on board on certain things, because We got to be the number one. We got to bring the money. We got to have this. Like, we don't even support each other in that way.
And a lot of times I see we're bumping heads over something that's stupid. Like,
yeah, I think we're missing the value of it. Like, we don't see the value in it holistically. Like, as a whole, we're not looking at it that way, right? I mean, that to me, that's what it seems. Because if we did, we would really be digging into it. We would really be being more intentional. So
you feel we're not intentional with our support? I'm just asking. You feel like we're not intentional with the desire to be a strong community?
Yeah, I feel like everything is intentional. It's like, and silence is golden. If you don't do it, then you're silently agreeing or whatever, right? And I have to say, because we just talked about it last night, that Mr. Chaco, when you said that Black women were the most educated, I have to say that we're one of the most enrolled because
right, facts.
Big deal last night. So I'm like, please let me not continue to push that narrative or support it because silence is agreement. But anyway, yeah, I just think we have to be more intentional with putting money into each other. Like, period. Like, you can go out and buy Coach or whoever else or who, I ain't trying to name drop them, just that's the first one that came to mind.
Yeah, I got you saying.
But the labels we all recognize, it's just that easy for you to take your money out of that stream and put it into your community. It's just that easy.
Yeah.
A point I want to make is, agreeing with everything that was been said also. But a problem I have sometimes is some Black people and Black businesses, because they're a Black business, they think I'm obligated to support them because they're a Black business. I don't even know I just met you. I don't even know what you do. I don't know the quality of what you do or whatever like that. So what I tend to do is ask, like, who's used this before? Who's done this, that, and the other? And then give it a chance. Now, if my bad experience with any business, bad experience or not, black or white or whoever owns it, but especially if it's a Black owned business and I had a bad experience, I'll just go silent on it. I think you have the right to say, hey, I don't like this. This is a bad experience. This is a bad business. But I think as being Black and us as a people, we got to give ourselves a modicum of grace, especially when it's a new business also. Yeah. Because everybody's learning at the same time. Like, imagine look at where your YouTube channel is now compared to when you started. Like, look at your first video, look at it now. Miles ahead, you know what I mean? So a modicum of grace had to be given. But so I know, 2 points are made, but I don't think we as Black people are obligated if it's a bad business, but we also need to give each other grace to get to the point of, if you have a clothing brand, give them a chance to get to the level of high end. If you wear high end and they say, hey, this is the same, I'm not going to say anybody's name, but y'all know the high end labels. Yeah. This is just as good as XYZ. Give it a chance. Oh, man, let me get the hookup, bro. Would you walk into Walmart and say, can I get a hookup on
right
that?
That's why when I go into a place, especially if I know the person, like, I'm making sure I pay full price. Because it's my honor.
Don't give me no discount.
And your come up. It's my honor to support. I hate when people come in and people are starting out and they want to hook up. Like, that's I'm happy. Like, but I think maybe I'm a dreamer, man. Like, I like to support people. I like to see, if I see somebody doing something positive, I done bought all kinds of teas and potions and all kinds of beard oils and shit from people. Just because I see them on Facebook and somebody I knew, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna give you at least one purchase, and if it's fire, then I'll return. If not, then
I don't bought stuff and ain't never used it because just because I knew them. Like, oh, where you got? Let me see. Cool. And forgot I had it. Found it 6 months later. Like, what the heck is this? Oh, that was, so and so, facial product. Like, oh, okay, cool. I ain't about to use that now, but
I bought all kind of stuff. But all I ask, if you're watching this, all you gotta do is hit the like button though. You ain't got hey, you want to support me? Hey, go hit the like button. Hey, you ain't gotta buy nothing, you ain't gotta do nothing, just click a button. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't do that, you definitely watching and hating. I just want you to know that.
I think Roya was about to say something.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
So
what's up, doctor?
Hey. So I just wanted to just kind of chime in on this conversation because Diva said something earlier about people wanting you to join their business. And my perspective is in regards to joining a business that is owned, and I'm doing air quotes for a specific reason. The thing is, oftentimes, if you are a true entrepreneur, what I mean by that is you start from the grassroots and you create your own business, right? That is different from network marketing. Okay, where
legal boy.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
That prepaid legal.
There's a lot of network marketing that takes place, and what happens is we, as people of color, oftentimes we are encouraged to join in on somebody's team and this, that, or the third, whatever that business may be. And my thing is, I'm gonna use your word, Tyrone. You do your due diligence and look into these businesses. Is this business that you are wanting to join because your friend or whomever is a part of, is it a Black-owned company? Tay, can I use you, sis?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, for example, Tay is affiliated, and I hope I'm saying it correctly. If I'm not, Tay, you correct me, baby. Okay. Tay is affiliated with Bedroom Candy. Okay. Mm-hmm. Bedroom Candy is owned and licensed I can't even get the word out. Proprietorship of Candace Burris, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Candy owned. This is her thing. She started it. Mm-hmm. Her name is up there. Her face is the image.
Along with Brian and Suki Dunham. Sorry. Okay, I got you.
Along with who?
Brian and Suki Dunham. They're my business partners as well.
Okay. So get it right. Got you.
But where I'm going with this is, when we talk about Black businesses, that's what we're talking about. Okay. And from there, money is, even though you making your dollars are also helping this Black woman, to be honest and fair, making her make more money, and she's still doing her own thing. And how she utilizes her money in the sense of, because I don't know, and I'm just having a conversation, so we don't have to elaborate on it. But what I'm saying is, she may be using her money to pour back into the Atlanta community and city and do good things with it. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now, the difference between that and, I don't know, because I'm not going to call I got a business in mind, but I'm not going to call it. But when we look at some other comparable businesses that may be truly owned by a white person, are we quick to jump on there? But you realize, number one, you're really not your own. That's not your business. Let's be clear on that. Mm-hmm. You bought into their business and you're making them money. Mm-hmm. Which is, and like I said, I'm not even going to get into all the logistics about profit and all, how I ain't even going into all of that, because that's not the conversation at hand. But we need to do our vetting and truly look into what it is that, if someone asks us, can you come on and join my team, I'm making money over here, you better look into it. Because just because they make it, go ahead, sis. Go ahead, baby.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tay.
No, I excellent point, and I love the fact that you brought that up, because and you said it right. You said it right. But we don't make money for Candy. We make the most money. We profit the most if you work the hardest. But it's not set up for her to profit, because she loses money with this. She got other things going on, as you said, right? But it's a way for her to pour into the community to us, to create a way for us to become entrepreneurs and work for ourselves. Now, Bedroom Candy is the vehicle, but what you do with that is now, okay,
Absolutely.
direct sales is $1 billion business, I must say. All right, direct sales is a billion with a B, $1 billion business. I will say that. But the money comes in from the Pleasure Plug Intimacy Coaching. That's something I founded. That's me, right? That's where I make my money. Now, I'm still a Bedroom Candy consultant and I do parties, but the intimacy coaching, the private sessions, the things that I get paid for because of the knowledge I'm providing them is because of Candy said, you know what? I want everybody to have the opportunity to work for themselves. That's her pouring into the community. That's not, and so I get what you're saying, but she ain't really making a profit too much off of this.
But I think
I'm
I think the main point that I would like to hold on to that parallels what we're talking about, it has nothing to do with business. It's her pouring into the community. Right? So the business is great, but you can pour into the community outside of having a business. What about we go on all these wonderful walks and all this wonderful stuff to clean up other people's neighborhoods? We're not even cleaning up our own neighborhood.
Right.
That's pouring into the community too. Right. There's these kids don't know how to act. Right. But no one is willing to take a chance I'm just being real. The kids are the community. They the ones that's gonna be running the community in a couple of years when you can't do it.
Yeah, they're the future. Yeah, you're right.
So I think the thing is, I see like when we go online, people like I vote everything black. I don't agree with that. We have to apply some wisdom to that.
Correct.
Because sometimes they just, life, the world we live in just gets a black representative, right? So they push it up.
What's that town with the crazy black lady that's the mayor? She's losing her mind.
There's a crazy black lady losing her mind.
What?
I was being super, super sarcastic. But the point that I'm making is right back to it. We have this atrocious expectation on each other, and I think we rather give up because it's like this is too much bullshit than realizing that other cultures know they have bullshit too, but they keep investing, they keep putting things in. I don't think we're a community. I don't think we know how to be a community. I think we just know how to be competitors.
I think we are.
How do you think we can be then, if that's the case? What do we need to do to come together?
Look, I'm gonna go back to our ladies thing. We got to start with how we see ourselves. A lot of us are projecting. I don't like me, so I don't like you.
So I believe we are a community. I don't think we're ever gonna have everybody. Everybody just ain't gonna be aboard. Like look, all of us, like we're a community. We support. You know what I'm saying? And there are others outside of us who support and are doing great things. Everybody's not going to come along. You're not going to bring everybody. It's never been everybody. You had damn black overseers, you know what I'm saying, back in the day, and who was like, oh God, Master, we sick. They can't
show them the gun line, boss.
They can't come, and that's okay.
So maybe the word is not community in my definition. Maybe it's more like, do I feel we're unified?
I mean, even if you stick with community, because the thing is, to answer your question, is we have to unlearn some very toxic, dysfunctional, fragmented thought processes that we've been indoctrinated in. And yes, it does go, as far as back as into slavery and things of that sort. But here again, and somebody might disagree with me on this, and that's fine. Because one of the things we always say, well, slavery wasn't that long ago. Granted, it was not. But when we look at 400 or 500 years ago, that is a long time.
Yeah.
Long enough in the sense that at this point in time, we should be supporting and pouring new knowledge, supporting and transforming mindsets at this point in time, so that we are not in the same state or condition that we were then. Because the fact of the matter is, as a community, many of us, for various reasons, are still in bondage. No, we're not in slavery in the sense of the whole slave master and all that rhetoric. But what I'm saying is, and again, I'm not trying to minimize, I'm just speaking.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that we're still definitely in a state of bondage, where there's financial bondage. That's why we out here hustling, trying to make ends meet, because we're trying to figure out and understand financial literacy. That's a whole other conversation. But it's a whole lot of things that, again, we have to unlearn in order for us to progress.
Yeah.
I agree. And I don't know if you want to read that comment, Tyrone, before I say what I was going to say, or you just.
Yeah, so Hope Advent, I think I know who this is.
Yeah,
Shout
we
out
know
to
who
you.
it is.
But so he said Benny the Butcher has an album. Oh, and it's fire too. That's a fire album.
Sorry.
It's entitled "Everybody Can't Go." Some people are just meant to destroy, which is true. There will never be total unified community. Never has been unified with those that identify, and that's what I was saying. I'm in agreement with that. Everybody, I think sometimes we look at the culture and we see these subcultures that are trash, and we want to wear what they do. I don't wear that shit. I wear what my people are doing, like positive things. Like I don't wear that. It's always been some weirdos in the culture.
Oh, in every culture, there's weirdos too.
Every culture, there's weirdos, bro.
So the definition that I was going off of is a feeling of fellowship with others as a result of sharing common attitudes, interests, and goals. Mm-hmm. So does that mean we can only build community amongst ourselves?
Like, we got no choice. We 14% of the country. We gotta deal with everybody else. So correct. You know, I mean, that's just the reality of it.
I think the elements of the ideal community that we're talking about are there. Like in the ideal world, yes, we can be unified and work with one another and uplift one another. Those ideals are there, and they're thriving actually. I.e., look at HBCUs compared to PWIs and things. I think the thing is, like whoever Hawk Evan is saying, it's never going to be, you're never going to have 100% unity, because it's always going to be that one hater, that one button in your shoe, that one just straight up asshole that's just like, man, you ain't all that.
That's if nothing else, we got here from motherfuckers not all being together.
Yeah. And then what was exasperated it in modern times is opportunity and commerce and money. So being a hater can get you money at this point now. You know, being a hater can get you opportunities because those other people see, oh, all I got to do is throw, a grenade over there, and they're going to tear that stuff down. Now I can go buy all that up and gentrify the hell out of it. Now I'm even richer than I already was. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that goes back to what I just spoke to.
Wanted to
go ahead, friend.
Say that one more time.
I said that goes back to what I just spoke to. We have to break. We have to break and transform. But go ahead, love. I'm sorry.
No. I'm agreeing with you. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so, like I said, the elements are there, but like as she said, at some point it has to be a mind shift, a mind shift change. You know what I mean? Like, we can't do it on our own because like we're not the majority in the country. So we're gonna have, but if we don't have enough of a united front, then the vultures and the opportunists and the gentrifiers and the colonizers and anything else you want to put in there are going to do it themselves. Yeah. They're going to take advantage of it and just pick the pieces of what they want, i.e. rap music, i.e. tearing up HBCU culture, making the educational system how they see fit, things of that sort. So it's like stuff from from the ground level that has to change. The foundation needs to change first. Because if you don't have a good foundation, the top's gonna fall anyway. You know.
Yeah. Well, I look at like we talk like take gentrification. You know, a lot of that comes from us like wasting opportunities though. Because like how many black millionaires and billionaires from sports and entertainment have we had all these years who had the opportunity to buy those houses,
buy the block,
and then buy those houses and fix them up, you know, because plug me, TKJ Properties, my other business, so that's one thing we go around, we look at those properties and you go to some of these places and nobody's done anything with them. So what do you expect to happen? Just sit there forever? People gonna start doing things. We've had look at like cities like Baltimore, like the bigger cities. They've had so much. How many millionaires have just done nothing?
But Tyrone, I'm gonna take a gavel and bop you right now. See again, because Bob, because what I hear you say is, what are the millionaires doing? What are the billionaires doing? That's true. But the fact of the matter is, why are we waiting and expecting for that black great hope or that white great hope, whoever, Hispanic great hope, whomever, that's a millionaire or billionaire, to do these developments that you speak of? If we come, because that's what we're talking about right now, if we come together as a unit, case in point, I might have a little resource and asset. Pearl might have some resources and assets. Tay definitely got some resources and assets. Diva definitely got some resources and assets. Where I'm going with this is, if the four of us come together, and there have been many black men and black women who have done this, and you pool your resources, watch what happens. And doggone it, ain't not now one of us in these four corners millionaires by a stretch of imagination. Because if I was, I love y'all, but I probably wouldn't be having this conversation with you right now.
Not yet.
But that's just keeping it a buck. But what I'm saying is, for real, if these four corners came together and pooled resources and created a small, case in point, because there's several here, they're building subsidized apartments all around here. Pearl and I are relatively neighbors. It's like 3 or 4 new developments that are subsidized that's coming up in this area. That's because some investors put their money to work. My point is, if the four corners put our money together, we could do that and still get kicked back. Because guess what? That we're being smart. And then guess what we're going to do? We're going to tap into who? The government. And the government going to say, hey, I see what you ladies are doing. And they're going to start pouring into us. And that's how people that didn't have nothing become something.
That's what I was trying to say earlier. I'm so glad you said that's what I was trying to say when I'm like working together, the network and the resources. That's something we don't do.
But we wait for some millionaires.
Some people do, because like say like I'm in this real estate investment world, and people are networking. You just have to go to
and
like
tap
we
in.
just always. The thing is, we assume we don't. So when I first started messing with it, I was like that. I said, "Oh, we don't do that." Well, when I started like actually going to a meeting with like-minded people, we do. There's all kinds of black people that work together and network. We always assume the worst, and then we like, oh,
is that something that somebody put you on, or did you have to, like, a lot of times people say, "We just go to Google."
So I started. I said I Googled then real estate investment meeting, and there's RIA meetings every Wednesday. In Charlotte, there's one every like second or third Wednesday. And I just went, and nobody put me on. I just took my black ass there and sat down and just listened and was like, "Oh shit, you can do that? Okay, what's another take on?"
No, you got to be looking.
And then once I just opened my mouth and said, "Oh, I'm new. I don't know anything. Hey, come over here, sit down. Let me put you on this." Okay, people will help you. There are people out there who are willing to help you. But if you just sit there and go, black people ain't gonna do nothing. Nobody gonna do nothing. They ain't got an opportunity. then you never will. You just gotta go. You gotta. Now it's technology. We don't have the excuse.
I don't know. Isn't an excuse anymore with the resources that are out
what
there.
What you want to do? Find somebody that's doing it and hit them up. I promise you, probably 8 times out of 10, when somebody's making money and they're good, they don't care. Sure, whatever. Come on. That's how people were. Like, it don't make me no difference. I'm making my bread, and they're gonna put you on some stuff. But we don't do that. We like complain, and oh no, my life is terrible. You gotta get up and go. You just gotta get up and go. Look, we live in America. America goes to the aggressor. America, if you're aggressive, America will give you a little something back. America goes to the aggressor. You go kill the Indians. You go down, take these people. Hey, now it's our turn. We gotta go get this information and go get it. And then when you get it, you share it. Like I try, I'm not, should put somebody else on. And
we gotta stop being scared of success and actually know what success looks like and get there. Like you said, once we get there, put somebody else on to keep the cycle going. Because let's pretend I had the secret to becoming a millionaire right now, and I'm already a millionaire. I'm just not telling y'all. Me being a millionaire is cool, but if I help y'all become a millionaire, wouldn't that help me make more money? Because I gave y'all the information.
What I'm saying.
But do we see
competition?
That way?
Yeah,
Yes.
they're probably like you. Oh, now he want to try to make more than me, and then that's gonna
You
be
see?
a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's almost like
We gotta stop that. What's the word?
crabs in a barrel.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm like, what am I trying to say?
People with money don't think that way. Once you meet people with money think, if I get you rich, then I do business with you and I make more money.
Yeah,
And we all making more money.
Enough. It's a competition. We always think if you get on, then I won't have the opportunity to get on either. Versus there's more than one spot at the top, or whatever your version of the top is.
And if we all do a little bit, we're gonna do a lot collectively. You know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah. I just don't feel like we take away from each other when we help each other or help the right person. I feel it actually helps to grow yourself as well, right? It's like there's a time to reap and there's a time to sow, especially in your community. But we're so focused on sowing, we're so focused on reaping, we forget that we need to sow too.
That's right.
And you spend most of your life sowing, to be honest. To be honest.
I really just feel like if you see the community a certain way, sometimes you got to change your circle. Sometimes the circle, you got to change your circle, and then you be like, oh shit, they ain't like that.
Right.
I used to think like, oh, we don't do this, we do that. But you switch your circle around a little bit, and you see, oh shit, there are people. Okay, this is a different circle. I was in a circle of people that we need to leave behind. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And sometimes with our community, that's the thing. Find the circle and rock with them, because everybody can't come. You gotta leave some people behind.
Another thing
everyone's not supposed to come. Sorry.
Yeah, they ain't coming. We see you on the other side. I don't know to tell you.
I remember I made a joke with one of my buddies one time. I was still joking, but as J. Cole say, all good jokes contain truth.
Facts.
And I said, man, we need to get to the point where certain people can't afford to be our friend no more. Like financially can't afford to be our friend.
Yep.
What I meant by that is I ain't got time to nickel and dime and walk you through. I'm gonna get you there, but come on, let's go.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Want it more than you want it, right?
Like I can't help me help you. You know what I mean? I hate like before I broke my ankle. This is quick as hell. I hated when I was in better shape than I am now, and going to the gym and this, that, and the other, going to work. They're like, hey man, how can I do this? How can I do that? And I'm gonna say a certain demographic of people would ask me certain questions. I'm not even a personal trainer. I just go to the gym. I was just going to the gym all the time. And then you explain it. Oh man, that's too much, man.
Oh, go peace. All right, cool. Yeah.
Like what you ask me? Like what you ask me? Or Or where do I go to get XYZ? Oh man, that's a lot. Well, why you ask me how much it costs if once I told you the price?
That's
But
the end of the
that's because
conversation.
they want to reap, but they don't want to sow. That's the
Hey,
investment.
Boom,
for me,
boom.
conversation over. Conversation over.
Mhm.
All right, cool.
Oh,
All right.
Tyrone, coaching wise. Hey, coach, how can I get more playing time? Well, this is what you got to do, and they never show up for practice.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing we want to reap, but we don't want to sow. Like we don't want to put the work
That's
in.
You got to fall in love with the process too.
Yeah.
You do. You do.
Yeah.
You really do.
It ain't gonna be fun, but like you got to know. Because I think part of the thing we got to start teaching, our younger folks is you have to have an end game. You got to know where you want to get to, and then get a plan, formulate your plan to get there. And just because you don't get there in a certain time frame or a time frame that doesn't match what you're trying to get to in real time, that's not failure. Because you're like, long as you're working towards that goal, you're developing your own process. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
so you can learn.
It's goals versus dreams. A lot of people got dreams, but they don't set
Yeah,
goals.
but most people want it to be a sprint versus it's a marathon.
Yeah.
You gotta
exactly.
get there, right? You gotta get there, and also my success don't mean it gotta look like your success, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, ooh, like how you said that they were asking you questions like, ooh, Willis, oh shoot, if I had what Willis had, I'd be good. Well, what did you do to get that, Willis?
And you tell them.
Oh, no, yo, I'm good.
Tyrone, tell them about the being in the military. And the one thing I told folk about the military, you got to use it to your own advantage.
That's right.
Being in the military and getting a top secret security clearance, to me, is the equivalent of having a doctoral degree. Because I got a top secret clearance and no degree, and I could walk out here and get a 6-figure job right now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Say it now.
I will tell folk that I literally told my cousin. I told Blood, he Blood. I'm like, bro, this all you got. I'm dog walking them to it. This is all you gotta do. You'll be straight. You don't have to pay for college. You don't gotta do this. I'm literally wrote the script for him.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I ain't trying to have no drill sergeant yell in my face, man. I'm a spaz. And so I'm like, okay, boom, bro. Listen, they don't even yell at you no more. Man, that's too much, man.
Right.
That's too much. That's too much. I'm like, what do you want me to do now?
Well, then we also have to exercise wisdom, right? We talked about reaping and sowing, but you can't sow into everybody. Everybody's not good ground, right?
Sometimes you gotta.
Sometimes you gotta,
bro.
Right. Right.
I let people go. I tell you something. I be trying to put game on people, and they be acting like I'm trying to recruit them. I'm getting something out of it. All right, cool. All right. I don't get no commission for this.
And that's what made it crazy. That's blood. That's kinfolk.
Everybody can't go.
Like, bro, you succeed on
you know they say, man, you just wasted on the young, man. Young people a lot of times.
You tried. You did your due diligence. Is what I'm saying. It's something that you can lead a horse to the water, but you cannot make them drink.
Hey, well, I was actually the same way though. When I got out, I had a top secret clearance, and I ain't do nothing with it. I kept saying I was, and I ended up I didn't. So.
But if you had the opportunity, I'm telling folk, like, bro, I got the blueprint for you. Here, just do it. I'm telling you what to do. Just go do it. I can't go to basic for you. I can't do certain. I physically can't do it for you because legally they won't let me back in.
That's
I broke my ankle. I got my DD 214. So I'm trying to tell you,
family member, take your ass to the army. We done reached our hour. Take your ass to the army, get your clearance, like you said. That's it. That's it. Get your bread. And there's some other things too. There's some other knowledge I can give you too, but you gotta.
So are we saying that the Black community is still a community?
Yes, it is a community. I've seen it.
It's just fragmented, but it's a community. We're just a little fragmented.
It does. We got little sectors.
Little cracks in the foundation.
That's it.
We got little sections that some sections we don't go to no more. We don't go to the sexy red section. We got the sexy red section. We got the business section.
Not the sexy red
We got the
section.
Pan-African section. We don't go. I don't go to the sexy red section. We
Caution
leave
tape
them.
around that section.
We leave
Okay.
them be. We let them be where they at.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we got the Candace Owens, Clarence Thomas section. We leave. Hey,
Mm.
do what y'all do. Do what y'all do up there.
Mhm.
And you know, hey, so but we are a community for sure.
All right.
You know,
Sounds good to me.
kind of wild, but we are. All right.
We are diverse. It's wonderful, though.
Yes, we are diverse, and we're gonna keep talking about the diversity and different aspects of it because it's fun, it's entertaining, and it's needed. All right. So we have reached over our hour. All right. Now, if you're still watching, please, and you have not hit the like button, support this Black business right here.
All these beautiful Black faces.
We out here, just hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? It's all
free.
good, man.
It's free. It don't cost you nothing.
Cost nothing. I'm not trying to.
Free
I'm not asking you to buy
99.
We're not selling no fish plate, none of that. You just hit the like button. If I give you a fish plate for it, I would. Just take this fish plate through the, you know. All right. All right. So so we hit the end. Anybody got final thoughts?
No.
Let's go. Coach Tay, you got final thoughts?
Yeah, this was good. I appreciate the conversation, y'all. Definitely just be mindful of what you're doing and what you're putting out there because it matters. Be mindful of the messages you're sending to our youth because that matters. And let's build each other up, man. Invest in each other. Invest in a Black business today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Willis, what you got for us, brother?
Hey, just be good to each other and know what success looks like once you get there.
Okay. Dr. Roy Rain, what you got for us, madam?
Nothing but love for you, baby.
I
Okay. Tricker Bell, what you got for us?
Go out in your community, know your people, volunteer, love on somebody outside of your house.
Okay. Black Pearl, what knowledge do you have for the people?
I think I'm just gonna repeat that there's a time to reap and there's a time to sow. Nothing worth having comes easy, and that includes a stronger Black community. I'm all about supporting Black, but apply that wisdom to it, right? Because we want to uplift the best parts of us instead of highlighting the worst parts of us. So yeah, good conversation, guys.
Okay, man, great conversation. I guess my final thoughts is, you know, do your due diligence, support, and just give the same energy. Hey, if you don't like the business, you don't like that business. Don't put it on everybody, because the next Black business might be awesome and you might miss out. All right, and if it's a white business, give them hell too. If you gonna give us hell, give them hell. All right. Raise hell about that McDonald's ice cream machine. that Karen at Food Line who gives you a hard time. Oh, raise hell about it. Give them the same energy.
Oh,
See there, guys.
look at that. Karen done took Mr. Chocolate off. Lord. Okay, well, you've been a part of the experience where the experience is always good. Good night.
Peace out, people.